guys, how are you doing today? I am here to talk to you guys about my 5 tips for starting the new year out right, starting it out being healthier and more active without crashing and burning really quickly, without crashing and burning early on. So I have come up with my 5 tips that I think are the best ways to start out when you're working out and trying to eat healthy and just build a better lifestyle. So my number 1 tip is, instead of removing things right away, a lot of people say, I'm going to take out gluten, dairy, sugars, I'm going to take out everything from my diet, and then a week in they're like, oh my god, I'm so hungry, I'm going to binge and eat everything. So instead of removing things right away, I suggest adding things in. So I'm going to try and eat 1 extra serving of vegetables. I'm going to try and eat spinach 1 time a day. I am going to try and eat 1 extra meal filled with protein, something like that. So each week you can be building, and the more things you add in, the more things that are also going to be leaving your diet. So if you're used to having, you know, fried chicken at night, and you say, I want to start eating grilled chicken as my thing, then maybe 4 out of 5 nights a week you're eating grilled chicken, but you still can have your fried chicken that one night or something like that. So add things in, don't remove everything, because removing everything does not create a lifestyle. If they're things you love, let's find a way to eat them in moderation. Don't just get rid of them. So that's my number 1 tip. Tip is drink water, which I'm sure you have heard a million times, but it's really, really true, and it's something that I have been slacking on, and I have just recently started again, and although it's annoying that you have to go to the bathroom all the time, it really does help. It helps with bloating, it helps flush your system, helps keep everything balanced, keeps you feeling fuller longer. So sometimes if I'll eat and then like 20 minutes later I'm hungry again, I usually will drink a big glass of water and then wait for a little bit, and then if I'm still feeling hungry, then yeah, I'm probably hungry, but most likely I'm just needing something to fill my system. So I just recently got this, but if you get, you know, a water bottle or a cup of some sort, and I just, you know, put a little bit of lemon in there, or lime and water and ice, and I'll just constantly be filling it up. The bigger the better, because then you don't have to fill it up as often, but this has been really helping. So get one that you think is cute, that you like, that you want to carry around with you. And that's really, really helpful. My number 3 goal is make small goals weekly and monthly. So something that I've found about myself is when I set really long-term goals, I don't actually do them until I get closer to it. When it's really far down the road, I'm just not worried about it. And I know that about myself. So a big thing for me is making small goals. I need to make little goals for myself, to challenge myself daily, weekly, even monthly. A couple friends of mine I know, like, will say, okay, for this week I'm not going to eat any peanut butter, because she knows that peanut butter is her big guilty pleasure. And so for just 1 week, you know, 1 week, 7 days, that's not very challenging. And then you start to build these habits. Well, do I really need peanut butter? How often? I can go 7 days without it. Should I keep going? So your mind can play tricks on you. But setting small goals. Sometimes it's just, I want to get to the gym 3 times this week. I'm going to get to the gym 3 times. And you just set that at the beginning of the week. A big tip with that is, you know, get a notebook. So I have this little one that has a bunch of notes here. That's my New Year's resolutions that just fell out. It has a list of things to do for the day, and then little notes. So this is like where I'll write my workouts. This is what I have like for the day, or something I want to take with me if I have like a grocery list. So having a notebook to bring with you to the gym, or you can do it like on your notes on your iPhone or on your cell phone. There's ways that you can just like write down your notes for the week. So what are your small goals? What are you trying to accomplish monthly? You know? If you say, I want to lose 40 pounds, that is very big. That is very hard to do. And it feels very daunting. And so if you say, I want to lose 5 pounds, okay, we can do 5 pounds, absolutely. So then you make a plan to lose 5 pounds. Okay, you've lost 5 pounds. Now what? And so that tends to really, really help. So my suggestion is make small goals, write them down, post them on social media, make people know. That way you're held accountable and they hold you accountable. Number 4, which kind of goes along with this notebook, is plan your workouts. So plan them ahead of time. And I'm guilty of this. I'll go into the gym and say, oh, I'm doing leg day. Okay, well, what do I want to do for leg day? I don't want to do that machine. I'm just walking around. And then you end up spending time wandering around. You end up slacking. I'll leave early because I'm like, man, I'm done doing it. But if you have a list, if you have things that you've thought out, you've planned ahead before you got there, and you say, this is what I have to do for the day, that is really helpful, and it keeps you from wandering around the gym. And then if you know, then you can ask someone, hey, do you know where this machine is? And you can cut right to the chase. So that's why it's really helpful following workout plans, knowing what muscle group you're going to do for the day, knowing if you're going to do cardio at the end, all those things. Write them down, how many sets, what the weight is, everything. Very specific. The more specific, the less room for anxiety, the less room for error. You don't have to wander around feeling confused, especially if you're new to the gym. Even if it's 2 exercises, even if you're going to go in there and try doing a squat and try doing shoulder press because you've never done it before, put them on your plan and go in there and do it. So that is my suggestion for that. And lastly is meal prep and bring snacks with you so that you don't get stranded. So number 5 is meal prepping. I'm also very guilty of this. You know, you go out, like just today actually, I went and got my hair done, and it ended up being longer than anticipated. I didn't have any snacks with me, and so by the time I left the hair salon, I had a pounding headache and was incredibly hungry. Thankfully, I didn't stop at the Taco Bell on my way home, which some people tend to do. Instead, I waited until I got home and then made my lunch. But if I had brought a bar with me or you know, an apple and peanut butter or something, then I would be more prepared and I would be less inclined to walk across the street to the smoothie shop in the mall and buy something. So, meal prep, and yeah, don't get stranded without your snacks. Along with that, don't go grocery shopping while you're hungry. That is the worst thing you can do, because then you end up buying everything that you see and you get home and you have a cupboard full of chips and crackers. So, yeah, meal prepping. We try to, on Sundays, go grocery shopping, buy what we need for the week or what we think we need for the week. And this week, I did it the most consistently I'd done in a while, and I made spaghetti squash, I made a turkey soup, I made, what else did I make? I made just chicken, I made zucchini noodles, and I had all these things in the fridge so that the next day when I'm running out of the house to go to class or take my dog to grandma's, I opened up the fridge, put the pasta, or put the zucchini noodles with the chicken in a bowl, put the soup in a container, put it in my bag, apple, peanut butter, out the door, and I had snacks for the rest of the day. So it's really helpful to have them pre-made, put in containers. A couple of my clients put like all their veggies in a baggie. They put their chicken in a baggie, and they just line them up in the fridge, and then the next day when they're leaving for work, they just grab the baggie, grab their chicken, grab their veggies, whatever they need. So that's really, really helpful, because if not, you're like, I don't want to do this, I'm late, I'm tired, it's 8 o'clock at night, I just got home from 12 hours of work, I'm just going to eat a bowl of cereal, because it's easy and it's right there. So, meal prep, meal prep, meal prep. So those are my 5, and we will go over them one more time. Instead of removing things from your diet, add things in, especially at the beginning when it can feel very overwhelming, and you'll get the hang of it pretty quickly. You're going to want to be adding things in pretty quickly. Drink water, lots and lots and lots of water. More water the better. 3 is make small goals, weekly and monthly. So set goals for yourself, tell people about them, hold yourself accountable. Number 4 is plan your workouts ahead of time, so don't go into the gym lost or confused. Plan them ahead of time. If you have any questions with workouts or anything, feel free to message me. I will leave my email below. And then lastly is meal prep, and don't get stranded without snacks. Always have a granola bar. Make sure it's the right kind of granola bar, but always have a granola bar. Always have chips and, I mean, not chips. Always have apples and peanut butter. Always have, you know, nuts, things that you can take on the go with you. And you will feel much better, and it will keep you from binging on other things that you don't need in your system. And lastly, like and subscribe if this was helpful. Please comment below if there's anything else you would like to see. I would love to answer any questions or film any videos that you would like to see. Anything fitness related, diet related, graduate school related, anything like that. So let me know, and I look forward to seeing you guys again soon. Have a good day.